Doesn't really matter if you're rolling away. It's alright, I say it's okay. Listen to what I say. It's alright, doing fine. Doesn't really matter if the sun don't shine. It's alright, I say it's okay. We're getting to the end of the day.
What was that?
High tech, low tech, take your pick. 'Cause you can't teach a no doubt a brand new trick. I don't care what everybody
Hey, oh, I knocked this over. I see. I'm sorry, I'm a little late here. Facebook, no, not Facebook. YouTube crashed.
everybody thinks that you passed your prime. It's alright, it's okay. You still got plenty to say.
All right, hope you all are doing fine. It's October the 23rd, 2023 or 4, whatever day you'd like it to be. I don't care. What am I going to do? Is it my fault if the calendar has numbers on it? I'll say not. Okay, today is am I going live here? Yes. I almost went live on my Swampy Florida page, and then I came on to get live here, and it crashed. It crashed. I had to restart it, get started again. Okay, let's see what happens here in the midst of things. All right, here we are. Now I'm big things have changed for tomorrow with me. I'm not sure where I'm going to be. I know where 24 hours from now, I should be in Orange County. Doing a live here like this at 8 will not occur, that's for sure. I'm if I'm in Orange County at this time tomorrow, as I will be. That just came up. I knew about this event, but I didn't think I had to be there. But apparently, I have to be there, and it's not nearby. I have to make a drive to get there, so I will, as long as my car cooperates. If it doesn't cooperate, then I'll be walking there and then walking back. And anyway, I'm not. If I do a live, I debate exactly how I might do that. It won't be at 8 o'clock though, and I won't be where I am right now. At least unless something changes. All right. So what am I doing? How did this get turned? I think I turned this. Is what happened. Let me move this just a little bit more so I can reach this paper. All right, so today is Jim and John Goddard's birthday, and you don't know them, but I know them. Jim and John I went to junior high and high school with them, and I've known them a long time. And I just talked to Jim earlier today. They're twins. They're both now married. And they happen. The only reason they're living in the same house is because they were living separately, and they and their mother were living all separately. And the mother got sick, so the two decided to move in together to help her. And she died, and now they decided just to keep the thing as it was. I used to draw them in junior high school and high school. I was looking for the yearbook. I have drawings of them in, and I can't seem to find it. So I'll see what I can do with whatever it is. I'm trying to, because I was also hoping that might remind me how I drew them. They're both very thin back then. Let me see what I can do here. I remember drawing them on a unicycle. I put them both on top of each other on a unicycle. Maybe I'd do something a little differently than that. I just thought I'd do a little happy birthday. Oh, well, I may not use this pen, or maybe I've had a top off. I actually took the top off of this before I found out that YouTube crashed on me. I'm trying to remember how I drew them. They do not look like this anymore. Well, we've all got quite a few decades. I found my yearbook from the year before that. There's a yearbook of last year. Huey had a whole bunch of I'm seeing things. What's this? Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Hello, Alice. Hello, Stinius. Hello, Hope. Yes, yes, yes. I may try tomorrow. I'll be at this. Hope knows about this. I'll be at this. I'll see if I can maybe get Leanne to help me do a little live quickly if we get things done before the event starts. I'm trying to remember how I drew them. I think I drew them as clowns. It was some circus theme thing. But Jim and they're still working too. They're still working. Jim does something for a computer company. I'm not quite sure what John's doing. But they were involved with a lot. Just about everything I drew had Jim and John in it. They were just, they have a great sense, still today, great sense of humor. And I knew I could draw them, and they'd find it funny, and they did. And they still find it funny today. We mostly joke around more than anything. I don't know why I'm putting them in I just remember in the yearbook that I was looking for, I drew them in. How come everybody's having a birthday this month, and I don't get a birthday? That's not right. But I haven't done anything with. I haven't drawn either one of them in so long. I think back when I drew them in a unicycle, I had no idea how a unicycle works because I still am not quite clear. I know it looks something like this. But this is, and they live just outside Orlando in unincorporated Orange County, just north of the city, just north of College Park. I talked to them about sometime joining us over at Gabriel's, but Jim was working during the day, and John works in the middle of the night, and they don't really even see each other. They just keep going. They're kind of living separate lives anyway. I, I think I drew much more crudely than that. And one thing that separates the two now is that John tends to wear glasses. But I'm drawing them as they were back at junior high school. And so how are y'all doing? Jose, hello. Is that the one from Brazil? Is that Joe from Brazil? Set him up, Joe. I got a little story. It needs to be told. Well, I should put a little clown hat on him. I did a few different comic book projects, and Jim and John were in both of those. But what have you all been up to today? I know, I believe Hope was working today. She work on the railroad, I think, isn't it? You work on the railroad all the live long day, I think the song goes. She was watching a video of my friend Evie Rose she's from southern England, and she was posting a video of a train going through a nice little train taking a stroll, looked like through some part of Germany or Austria. It didn't say. I didn't recognize the city. Very nice little train ride. I like trains. All the stuff, and I usually do on Fridays of Swampy Florida Train Friday post, and I've kind of gotten a little bit away from that because of my situation with Facebook and all, but I need to get back to those. I'm reading a book about the history of Citrus County, and there's pictures of a train accident from 1915. No kidding. Yeah. But the book is by a great writer, Hampton Dunn, who was born and raised in Citrus County. He worked for the Tampa Tribune a very long time. He used to have a history column. He and a fellow named Leland Hawes, they were the two big Tampa, Hillsborough County history folks. Even though it was Citrus County that Leland knew best, growing up there, going to high school there, everything else. I never met Hampton Dunn, but I did meet Leland Hawes. And neither one's with us anymore. Dunn did a ton of books. Hawes held all sorts of positions involving history around Tampa, Hillsborough County, that section of the state. I think he did some statewide stuff too. But he didn't do much in the way of books, unfortunately. So it's funny, a couple days ago I drew Steve Gallancy driving a golf cart, and here I'm drawing Jim and John. I drew Jim and John much more than I drew Gallancy. I'll just do a quick happy birthday. I usually see him Christmas time when I go around with my Christmas print. Maybe I'll pass this over to them. I could go tomorrow, but I don't know. I'll see if Leanne could possibly help me do a quick little. It'll be a video, just to keep doing the videos. There's only one day I didn't do a video this month. Let's see if we can do that. Great sense of humor. Both very dry senses of humor. Jim's far more ticklish on stuff than John. John's a little, much more serious. Antisocial is what Jim was saying earlier today. Getting him to leave the abode beyond work is nearly impossible. Though John, they both are known for their bowling. They've done a ton of bowling. And at one time, I went bowling with them. Back when Winter Park Lanes was there, Winter Park on Fairbanks. I'm not reading stuff. Well, what have you all been doing to working the job? I've forgotten, Alice. What kind of work do you do? Or are you working on the railroad also? Maybe you work on the same railroad, just on different ends of it. It's possible, you know. So that quick little happy birthday, Jim and John. There you go. And I tell you, I apologize. I can remember things, but I tend not to. Medical software. That's right. You're wearing soft. What medical stuff? I see. And is this something where you model this soft medical outfits? You walk up and down a runway, and sometimes your arms fly out either side, and you suddenly go up in the air. Take flight. Where am I? Today's 10/23. The first time of all the years I've been doing this, I've never done a drawing for Jim and John. I don't know why. I don't know why. But it's all those birthdays. It's like all these birthday. And it reminds me Jim and John's coming up. But I think I've only been involved with 2 birthday things with them. No, I've done them over 40 years now. 45 years. I've only done one birthday thing with them. Joe, what kind of work do you do? Jose, Joseph, also. I suddenly I can't remember how that's said in French, and I should remember that. Joe in French, I can't remember. Well, that's irritating. I should know that. I do. I'm just not thinking of it. I've not been keeping up with my French as I once did. It's also Jose. Okay. Joe is pronounced Jose. Ah, right. And there's a feminine version of Joe, which is Jose also. Jose, which would also someone might say it's Josette, but it's actually 2 E's. I sent a Q over the first D. Paul Mall. I'm trying to do better. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, what else are you up to? What are y'all having dinner? What are you eating? Oh, I could have pulled from, I didn't even bring over, I'm sorry, a lot of stuff has altered for me. My entire schedule for the next 2 days went another direction. And and I have I have stuff to do still tonight now. I have to finish a watercolor painting. Maybe I'll turn this off and turn it on and finish the watercolor painting. That's a thought later, maybe a little bit later. Hold on a second. I forgot about the Kinders thing. I forgot about the Kinder. Well, how about that? Right, I don't want to look in there. I'm just going to pull. Oh, this is I pulled from this one yesterday. I thought it was a different one. All right, I don't know what that is. There's another Kinder thing. But I know this comes. So you get this comes in multiple pieces. What's interesting is, and I don't have. There's a hat that goes on here. This is a Kinder. Came in a Kinder. Right here. Let me get my big fat fingers out of the way. And this is actually a marker. What did I say? What was we just talking about? I forgot. Oh, Black Eyed Peas, Ham. Well, let me see if I can do. I'll try to. This is actually a. Well, it was. Maybe it's dried out. It's a pen. Some of these come in as markers. You can kind of see. I guess you got to really press. But it's basically a green crayon. Also, I don't remember how old this is. I don't. It's not. Can't be more than 3 or 4 years. I think it's that old. Anyway, what's neat? What makes this neat is that you have a little body. But you pull this out. You turn around. You get a different head. Or you pull this out, turn it upside down, and you get still another head. Or you can turn it that way too. So each one has a different, and the bodies are basically the same. So that's a crayon, and there's a top that goes on there too, I think. All right, so let's see what I might do with that. I'll tell you one thing, comes in a lot of Kinder things are cars, and I haven't pulled one of those yet. Where's the marker I was using? Here it is. Well, I wonder. You've a lot of tools, huh? I did. Oh, you guys had ham and black eyed peas with rice and greens. Who's telling me were looking for good greens? Oh, it was Melissa. She was looking. Where are you getting your greens from? I want to get back. I was saying this to Hope. I want to get back over to. There's a great farmer's place over where I do some politicking. Looking for farm tools or implements as such. Quite a collection I saw when I was in North Carolina. I'm not into that sort of thing, but wow, what a lot they have there because it's all farming community still. My friend Kevin Thomas has a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. Margaret Holmes. Oh, well, I admit, actually I still have it here. I was just thinking, I felt like having something more than I had chicken. But I mentioned before the ambrosia custard. You can get this at Publix. Ambrosia custard, and it's really unbelievable how good a can of custard can be. But it's good. It's really good, and they have a rice version too. Sometimes when I need to stop at a Publix, I'll pick up that up for stopping there. But yeah, that's in the British aisle at Publix by the Lion chocolate candy. That candy's lying to you. Roar. Yeah, since I'm doing kind of really don't want to make this trip tomorrow. I've got a lot to do. I'll tell Leanne I need her to help me do a live video. But it'll only be for a few minutes. I'll just draw something quick and dirty. I don't know even what time it may be, and I may not be able to pull it off at all. I may not do a live one tomorrow. I like to keep doing them. Almost a whole month, missing one day. Yeah, well, we grew up with it. Did I do a post? Was it here? I did a post. Oh, we did the public drawings a few days ago, and I posted over on the community section here, and we're on Facebook. Yeah, there's a antique market in Pilot Mountain, and that place is, I'd say, 50% almost tools, outdoor stuff, farming stuff. But that's good you did that. I think people forget about that being in antique stores, and that those things are older. I'm giving pigs fingers. The old hen's teeth and horse's toes. Yes, I know Wegmans. I've been to a couple different Wegmans. Yeah, they are. Well, we had a grocery store in Central Florida. Wow, that is angled off more than I thought. Let me see if I can. I mean, it might be that angled off. Uh, I hit this thing and I moved it, messed it up. It's if well, I don't know if Hope would remember Gooding's Joe Gooding's place, especially the one in Maitland. It was carpeted. But I was in Texas for a USO trip, and my cousin lives over there now, and she took me. She wanted to take me to a Wegmans, and so we went through there. That was only. Then I think I went to one up north. Some I don't remember when that was or where. I haven't been up north in a long time. Oh, I should put a tool belt. That's good you did that, Dennis. Dolphin. That you filmed those. You feel free to put a link to it, by the way. Wow. I admit I mentioned Sam's Club. I have been buying meat from Sam's Club, but it's probably the same thing. I'd rather get meat from meat store. It used to be Petty's Meats. Did you know Petty's Meats while you were? Yeah, because it was here when y'all were here over there on Babcock, and I went to school with Laura. Um, I've forgotten her name. Picture her, Lisa Petty. Anyway, because the original Petty's is over in Longwood on 434, and daughter. And I don't know. Apparently, I think his son's running the what's left. That one on Babcock closed, and the one over in Longwood's still open. But those are meat. There's a great place over in Marion County called Harbison Farms. They actually grow the pigs, kill the pigs, slice up the pigs, and package the pigs. You buy the pork pretty darn fresh. Yeah, yeah, Petty's was great. I'm sorry that this one closed. Frankly, and my friend Virginia Patterson lives right behind it, or right in front of it, depending on where you're standing. And she used to go. She would go over there when she could. It was very very expensive, and I think that's what hurt them. There's this weird view. In fact, I've mentioned Tim before. A weird view that this is a very wealthy area. It just isn't. I don't know where, and I know that only because of my work in politics. It's well known this is not involving politics. This is not a wealthy area. Apparently, there's a certain level of people who think this is rich, and it just isn't. And an example of that is look for all the rich things that you see around here. You just don't. You never get a Wegmans in here, for example, and you couldn't keep Petties. And there are wealthy people who you'd think would be going to Petties. Now, why is this pig hammering a nail? I have no idea. It's because you mentioned ham and good. Yeah. Well, it's sad because in fact, I'm wearing a shirt here. Uh, Richard Hammer and the Hammer family, and they own a bunch of cattle. There's a bunch of cattle farmers just west of where I am, but you can't buy meat. That little teeny farmer's place I mentioned, they try to sell meat. I saw they had some there, I'll have to try to buy some from them if I can. I don't know how. I didn't really price it because I was there. They're doing something totally different. I didn't know they were there till I saw them. Hold on. Give myself a space here. I see where I'm going. Here we go. Ooh, these terrible house. Look, there's nothing wrong with meat. I don't care if you see that the big old truck that pulls up behind Walmart, and it's from the dog shelter, and they're unpacking bags of meat. That don't let that throw you. It's still meat. Okay. Oh, that gave me. I accidentally gave myself a place to go here with this. Yeah, well, I remember all that Buy American, all this American stuff all over Walmart. That just doesn't apply no more. It ain't America anymore there. And if Joe's still here from Brazil, that must sound very strange. Yeah, I bet the Brazilian groceries. Well, we see that the Spanish-speaking groceries here in Florida tend to be all locally owned and locally or operated kind of quote unquote locally. That ham and black eyed peas was a big deal with my mother on the first of the year. She always made us eat black eyed peas and ham for luck on the first of the year. You know what? I'm gonna have to do this because I want to get this across. This is there is that place. There is that place, Sprouts. I've never been in it. Have you anybody been to Sprouts? Hello, Andrea Kaczynski. Now, Andrea, have you been to Sprouts? Is there one near you? I don't know if there is. And that would be a place Andrea would go. It's like Sprouts is like why did I draw the arm first and now I've got to go backward and try to. This is not. Do never do this. Don't do this at home. Oh no, I haven't seen the link. I hope I don't have it set so you can't put a link in. It could be for all I know. Oopsie. There we go. Since Andrea won't do this, I'll do this myself and see if this works. Let's see. Paste, paste, paste. It's paste. There it is, paste. All right, I can do it. By the way, that's a link to the Voice of Hope. Yeah, it's like a fresh market, but it's a lesser price fresh market. I'm not even sure where it is now. There's someone that hasn't joined us. Is any of the Cornelius gang? Quite a number of the faithful Facebook crowd isn't. I guess because really, so I can post links and you can't. How can we get around that? Well, hold on. Can I just look up? I don't know if I've been. I apologize. I don't think I've been to your page. Is it River Dolphin? I. No, that didn't get me nowhere. That got me to a bunch of. Oh, that's you. What's your name on YouTube? No, no, I've had people post. No, all the links I've had posted have been over on Facebook. Andrew might remember that. I don't know if anyone except me have been successful posting. Oh, I'm being quiet. I'm sorry. I'm looking at where I'm trying to figure this thing out. So you've only got 2 videos here, is that right? IY? What'd you put IY for? Paste and boop. There's River Dolphin, I think. Oh, you posted the eBay page. I didn't know. So what's IY? Or is that just to try to the dichotomy of the two? Okay, I'm sorry. I have not even subscribed. I think I'm subscribed to Voice of Hope. Voice of Hope. Yes. I didn't have the whole thing. There we go. You can see Andrew Kaczynski and the Voice of Hope on YouTube. And so you only, Dolphin, you only have, oh, hello, Teresa Farrington. And Teresa Farrington has a pet. Don't you have YouTube, or is it just Facebook? Excuse me, I no longer draw. I'm just going to be looking for Facebook pages, which of course you all could be doing, but I probably have some settings so you can't post those. Because I've seen, oh, well, that's on Rumble. Dana Lash's program, people post links. All right. Yeah, there. So here's Teresa Farrington's. Anyone else I should be getting? Where's Stinius? Does Stinius have a page here? There you go. There is Okie Artist. And you just posted on here, didn't you? Now, are you all taking them off and putting them on? Oh, so Teresa, you need to be moving some of those Facebook ones over here. That's what you need to be doing. Teresa, did you come and go? I just posted this as you came in. Are you still here, Teresa? Teresa. Maybe she left. I'm showing 12 watching. 12 watching me look up YouTube thing channels. That makes sense. Hold it. Let me get back to drawing. That's a lot of people. Thank you all for joining. Please like. Please like. So this dog's eating black-eyed peas. There you are. You need more. Teresa, you've been making a lot of videos. I saw them over on Facebook, but they're not on YouTube. You need to move them over to YouTube. Well, I'm one to talk, and I lost mine as of now. I've got a bunch, but there are a lot I didn't get. And hopefully I get them back. I was going to be getting back to concentrating on getting my Facebook pages back, but now I've got to go make all these trips the next couple days. I don't have to, but I guess I am. Why is this dog eating black-eyed peas? I don't know. I'll give him a tool set, too. And as the reason why Teresa Farrington's called Okie Artist is because she lives in Alaska. Yep, that's right. She's very confused as to her location in life. I'm kidding. Oh, I've been in contact with Lars Robinson. Teresa, you know Lars, don't you? He's going to be at that convention. He said he went ahead and splurged on the cash. I don't really know why he did that. I don't see the value in that event really. That's for me to say. I should say Teresa is a caricature artist, and so is Lars Robinson. Thank you for joining us, Teresa. I need to be doing a lot more YouTube. Oh yeah, well, you know what? I don't even have a bash page anymore. That's how out of stuff I am. See, Lars thinks I'm still doing caricatures, and I don't consider myself doing that no more. I mean, I've got to do. I'm doing Dr. Steve Brooks' event December 14th, but otherwise, what else is going on? Who else is we're talking about? Bash. And Lars can be a bit much. There are those who like Lars and those who don't like Lars. When I was running the Suncoast Ink Slingers, there were those who like Lars and those who didn't like Lars, and I had to kind of be careful how I did things so I didn't get one crossing the other. Because I'm a bundle of energy, but Lars is a little bit beyond that. He is a nice guy. He's had a very interesting life. Well, thank you, Teresa. She likes my cartoon style. What am I doing? A cartoon style? I thought I was doing Norman Rockwell. Isn't this? Oh, I saw a video. Some interview being done yesterday. Bill O'Reilly, and he had in the background the fellow. I was so impressed. Had a book by great painter Mort Kunstler. If you never, I don't know, Teresa, if you've seen Mort Kunstler, Knustler, accented U over the U, the great painter. His attention to detail is extraordinary, and his ability to get historical time periods over by making sure he had all the details is amazing. Anyway, he was a big fan. I was just saw some video. I didn't know there's a whole channel here on YouTube. Well, if I'm doing that, I didn't know he had a whole channel over here. He is now. It's funny. They're saying his site says he was born 1931, but other sites are saying he was born 1927. Since it's his site, you'd think he'd know. And is he intentionally trying to be younger than? What does he care? He's originally from Long Island, New York. No, I misspelled his name. There we go. Hold on. But just look at his work. I thought I had. Oh, I didn't subscribe to Swampy. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on Swampy. Well, when am I doing this live? I'm so confused. Hold on. I'll give you golly. I'm just such a. Here we go. Here's Mort Kunstler, ladies and gentlemen. Mort Kunstler. Whoops. And enter. So here's Norman Rockwell watching. Everybody's watching the pig work. Maybe I'll put Mort Kunstler in here too. Excuse me if I don't have the details. Oh, I'm a huge. I bought his. He stopped painting in 2019. He is 90 something, whether it be 93 or 97. But I each year he'd have calendars with brand new work in it, and he'd have his focus has been the Civil War. For some reason, though, he was born in Long Island, New York. His focus is on the Confederacy. He claims that he feels that part is often ignored, and that is why. But he's done a whole thing on the start of America. Hold on, how am I just have him hammering a nail. I don't have it held on to anything. I guess he'd have some clamps. So I get when I'm not a woodworker. Woodworker. Let's see if I do this. Maybe there's a mouse here watching for some reason. I don't know why. But look, Teresa, look at the detail. Yeah, but it's the detail. I know it does look like he knows time travel. How he gets the detail is amazing. I thought I saw he had a studio. I believe it's there. He had one in North Carolina. I think that's where he is located. And I saw it where we're doing travel work, but I couldn't go there for some reason. Or South Carolina, somewhere around there. But he's not painting anymore, unfortunately. Oops, I did that wrong. I got to change those fingers of that mouse. Wow, okay, so now this doesn't make sense. How's he hanging there? All right, so it's clamped onto something that comes down here, and maybe there's another board. Now I have a place for the mouse to be. There we go. Looks like a picnic table. Maybe it is a picnic table. Maybe that's why he's having to stand up eating his black-eyed peas. Andrew Kaczynski, do you like black-eyed peas? All right, so, oh, shoot, look what I did. All right, so now I've changed this board. Nothing stays as it has to. Human photo printer. Yeah. Okay, January 22nd. That's a little early for me, but let me see. I don't have my calendar out for that. I know what I'm doing by January 31st. That is going to be really tight. You know what? Maybe I should make Hope. You know a little bit about this. Maybe I should be making January 22nd my deadline so I'm ready for the 31st. That's an interesting thought. Because if I ain't ready by the 22nd, I should not be going anywhere on the 22nd. And I'm not going back through what I went through last year. Ain't gonna happen. I don't think I could take it. All right, so let's see if I can, how can I draw more Kunzler watching? But making notes. I think I noticed he's left-handed. Is that not a key? I think, Teresa, you're right-handed, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Teresa and Lars are still doing the party and the event stuff. Teresa's in a good place in Oklahoma where she can get to a lot of events, and there's still a lot of fairs. And what she does is a novelty. Here in Florida, it's not a novelty. It used to be available everywhere. Caricature isn't, but people do not come here for caricature, and it's not a. This is not a good place to be a caricature artist. Not no more. Not no more, no wait. Okay, so I was going to draw more Kunzler. He's left-handed. Oh, what did I draw? Wish I drew him differently. Let's see. How can I pull this off? I'm drawing this. I'm actually the Christmas cards I was doing. By the way, I'm putting on hold. I've been drawing. These are actually old friends of mine. This takes place in circa 1963, downtown Orlando. This is Peggy Jo Vandenberg. Where is Missy? Maybe she's not been feeling good. But Melissa knows Peggy Jo took dance classes with Peggy Jo. Peggy Jo died December 11th last year. I was down here to be sure I was at her funeral. The great Carl T. Langford, and this is Mabel Butler and Jack Kazantzis, and so I'm going to put Grace and Robert Tuning there. I think I have a problem. My dimensions are off. Teresa will understand this. I'm doing these Christmas prints, these Christmas cards, and nobody's given me dimensions. So I've gone ahead and done them anyway, but now I'm saying, okay, I got to get dimensions. And now today I learned that the person I've been asking is probably not the best person to be asking. So I'm going to, and here I was hoping to have all this done last week. Though Kunzler was born and raised in Long Island, he spent I believe he spent a lot of time in Germany, and he is obviously German with a name like Kunze. And I think that's where that realism, folks in Europe understand this stuff. We don't in the U.S. You can see by the artwork that's done by most today. There, I'm using my caricature, whatever skills. Okay, so he's left-handed. Oh, shoot, I'm messing up. No, so this is, ding dang it. Wait, I'll fix it. You won't even know I made a mistake. You just know I did, but you don't know it. Because those lines are going to disappear. Watch what I do. I don't know how yet, but they're going to disappear. All right, so make sure I get his. I tell you, one reason he's still alive at 90 whatever is because he kept himself fit. Something I don't do well at all. All right, so I got to go tell the story, blacken all this out. All right, so January 22nd, Teresa. One thing I don't have, if you go look, I have. Oh, I was going to post that after I found, after Jim Fern sent that picture he did of me. But I've been for years been posting a collection of caricatures done of me by others. I do not have a Teresa Farrington amongst us. You know who I am looking like? Because Kunstler's obviously Jewish. He looks a lot like Harris Rosen here, who's also Jewish. I got to make sure Harris Rosen Harris Rosen has a whole ton of resorts and hotels all throughout Central Florida. Great guy, loves Florida history. Really is a fan of my Christmas prints, and I need to make sure he gets one this year somehow. I haven't figured that part out yet. Oh my God, what time? 8:49. Well, I'm not reading. I'm not keeping up with. It's one a hint. What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? It's which a hint. Yeah, Harris Rosen has Shingle Creek Resort. If you've heard of that, that is where the caricaturist event should go, because Harris Rosen's. I always get this mix up. It's not his brother. It's his uncle was a caricaturist, and they're in one of the hotels is a restaurant named after him, and he's the one who made sure we had an Orlando Con, one of the earliest comic book cartoon conventions, which was held at his International Inn back in the early 71, 72, and that was done by a pal of mine, Jim Ivey. Jim Ivey. I certainly hope so. I think it's $3,000 a drawing, isn't it, Teresa? 3,000 or 50,000 or some. I'll I'll make sure I have the money. Just ignore all the stories about bank robbery in the area and any any law enforcement that may be around at the time. I want to get that. Poop, boom, boom, boom. A little more disjointed than I usually do. I need to tie all this together. It's not. So what are they doing back here? They're building something. Oh, here, I know what to do. Yeah, Rosen's very sympathetic to cartoonists. But see, the folks who do the caricature thing wouldn't know that because, and in that include, I mean, I don't think Keelan Parham knows anything about that. And he should, but I don't think he does. I don't know who's running the caricaturist group, but if you're not approaching Rosen, that doesn't make any sense at all. Maybe they have, and I don't, I doubt. Well, if see, before Harris was right involved with it. Now he's a little distant, but not too much so, and he's very sympathetic to having of certain events. Yeah, I pushed the Florida Parent Educators Association. I was amongst those pushing to have the homeschooling convention done at Rosen's place, which it now is, because Rosen's Shingle Creek is named after a book called A Land Remembered. Oh, I can do better now, I think. Yes. A Land Remembered. This is a student version, which was written by Patrick Smith. It's about the history of Florida. And he was such a fan of it, he named the entire resort after the book. All the convention rooms are named after places in the book. The restaurant is named A Land Remembered. The menu is a book you open, and it's all cracker foods, fusion style, which actually I don't care for. The butter patties look like alligators. The whole place is just phenomenal. Quite a place for Florida history, which of course pretty important to me. So it's not just that he's a fan, he's acted on it. He's acted on it for a long time, too. He's been a major force of tourism, very much against the Disney military industrial complex, as am I. I don't mean recently, I mean I've been against the Disney military industrial complex since I was little. Rosen, too. They've been nothing but trouble. I'd love to get them closed up and out of here. Carpet bomb the place for self defense. All the damage they've done. They can leave anytime they want. 55 years ago would have been just fine, thank you. Let the door hit you on the back on your way out, please. I'll draw a foundation. Sorry, now all my engineering stuff's going to come into play. I tried to stop that. Oh, yeah, we can have a cement truck back here. Not C-Mex, not the Mexican company. Florida-based concrete. By the way, Florida Rock is not a Florida-based company. It's based in France. How do I know that? They're one of my old clients. That's how I know that. Actually, originally I was involved with Florida Rock because they knew I was a big supporter of Florida stuff, and then they got bought up by a company called Lafarge, which is French. But C-Mex, I'd rather have Lafarge than C-Mex. Oops, gotta get a nose on that cab. How about that? And please like this if you can. Thank you all for being here. How's this? What am I doing? I'm doing night 55. Yep, of course Rob has the. Yes, of course I have. Oh no, this is this. There's a two-part student version, which is a different writing. The original Land Remember, which I have I have a signed copy. In fact, Patrick Smith no longer. And if Alice, not Alice, Hope, if you know the bridge going over to Cocoa, you cross. That's the Patrick Smith Bridge because Patrick lived on Merritt Island. Anyway. The actual book is thick and long, and this is volume 2. There's a volume 1, and it follows them down a trail basically, which turns. I can tell you how the whole trail is, but it's very neat, and I get all the history of it too. Finish up the dog down here. Can you even see that? Oh. Am I only ending up with one? No, I did Jim John Goddard. Well, it's neat to be able to do a picture of Jim and John. Yeah, because, well, first we did the birthday for Trisha, and then the birthday for Andrea, and then the birthday for, you people need to stop having birthdays. I'm not putting up with it. Not no more. So who knows what tomorrow might bring. I'll be at the Pioneer Days. And I got a painting to do, and I may come over and do a part of it here just to get it done. 10, 20. Oops, can't read that. I should not be yawning. Oh yeah, yep. I guess I'm gonna go. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Okay, time to say you do it. That's what this is. This is something that Melissa does. She says good night. She knows this. I need to move on, so it doesn't get too long. But there we go. I'll probably come on, but it's not going to be 8 o'clock. Not tomorrow. Friday I should be on at 8, but it's going to be a long day. I'll be coming back from, no doubt about that. And then hopefully Saturday and Sunday. So all at 8. Again, I'd like to make this a whole month of Inktober's if I can. We'll see what happens in November. All right, thank you. Our next, I hope, was this week. Okay, what we had? Yes, we know we had convention at the Rose. Oh, well, did you? Keep it there. Group shot down. Opting to go coast to coast. Where Keelan open one now? Where's Keelan's new? Is it in this area? Did he go to another state? Yes, thank you. Dolphin. Try to stay with the letter D. And Stidius and Alice and Hope and so on. And Joseph over in Brazil and everyone else. And please like it if you would. Where is Keelan's new place, Teresa? What's his? Good night. Yeah, and you too, Andrea and Caleb. Good night. Good night. But Teresa, where is Keela's new concession? Because I won't find it otherwise. I'm not connected to many people on Facebook. I am connected to both Keelan and Barbara on my old page. If I ever get it back, or did Teresa leave? Oh, which Rosen? Oh, there's a whole slew of them. That's unfortunate. Ugh. I'm sorry to see Keelan was involved with Rosen. Um, oh well. It's not Shingle Creek. He doesn't have enough people. Where would he? He must be doing over by Universal, one of those, the center or the plaza. I'm guessing. Kissimmee? I'm not sure where that is. I'm not sure which. Rosa doesn't have one in Kissimmee. Closest would be maybe he is doing at the at the Shingle Creek. Well, I know the caricature thing had been over at the it used to be it's had many names. The hotel over South International Drive by SeaWorld. It was a Hilton. It had many names over. I don't even know who has it now. It's all one big monopoly. But I thought that's not a bad location and should have been relatively inexpensive. I know you said they're going coast to coast, but they should continue to do. Well, they're not doing it at Rosen. They're doing it some other place this year. You're not going to that, right? I think you said you were thinking about it, but you're not? Or it was I may be getting these mixed up in my head. Too many different things going on. I can't and when is the convention? I guess I could we talked about it. I don't even remember. I don't even remember the letters to this thing. International Caricaturist it's like the National Cartoon Society trying to International Conference of Software Architecture. That sounds more interesting. I got the wrong thing. China. It's going to be in Macau, China. About time. Um, let's try it this way. Here we go. November 14th. Oh, another 14th. Are you're not going. Yes, so Lars said he's going to go because it's not far from him. He's an hour and a half drive. Yeah, I see. November 14th. Yeah, I've got too much going on. I'll be honest. It's wild. Of course, I'm in politics, and the 5th is a very big day for me. And on the night of the 4th, the North Brevard Historical Foundation is having their annual meeting, not just a meeting, and the annual meeting. And the head of that, Ross Foster, yesterday was made the county historian. And Ross deserves that, but that makes this even more important. And that's going to be the day before the 5th. So the 4th and 5th, holy cats, and I just found out some friends of mine are coming into Polk County on the 6th and 7th. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that whole time period yet. I just don't see going to I need to go to Lakeland, though, I need to go pick up stuff. All right. I better get scooting. I gotta get this painting done. Thank you very much for being here tomorrow. I won't be here tomorrow at 8. As things stand, as my car breaks down, and maybe I will, but I'll be here Friday at 8. And I may do a live sometime, squeeze it in between 3 and 5 o'clock or so for just a few minutes. But it's nothing scheduled. It'll just be quick and dirty. All right. Thank you for being here, being a part of things. Please like if you would, and I hope to see you all next time. Thank you for being. Oh, and please subscribe, as they say. Take care. Rob Smith Jr. here, and go visit those links I posted. Take care. Rob Smith, good night.